Hello. Well, we are at the British Grand Prix, and this is going to be the first practice session. But I thought I would do a video of a circuit that I haven't shown before. And I wish I had done it at the previous race, because the previous Grand Prix was Austria, and I really like the Austrian Grand Prix circuit, whatever fucking name they decide to give it, because they seem to change it every fucking time there's a race there. I've always known it as the Österreich Ring, but then it became the A1 Ring, and then it became the Red Bull Ring, and now it seems to be called Spielberg. I mean, what the fucking hell is it going to be next season? You know, George Lucas or something. But anyway, I'm not doing that one. We are at Silverstone, and shock horror, weather forecast, mixed conditions on track. Well, there's a fucking surprise. So there's a good chance it's probably going to be pissing down when I start this practice session. Now I'll start by saying something that is probably going to piss off quite a few Formula 1 fans. I am not a fan of Silverstone. I just don't like it. I mean, it is the best circuit in Britain, but yeah, there are so many other circuits out there which are far better than Silverstone, and I really don't know why it has a reputation for being, you know, fantastic. There's nothing that really grabs me about it. I'll also let you know now, basically, when it comes to practice sessions, what's the word? I cheat like fuck, and I lower the AI so I can get the resource points. So I've got the AI down on 40, I think, for this one. Yeah, I think it is 40. So getting through the practice program shouldn't be any problem. I need the resource points. I mean, look, I'm in a McLaren Honda, for fuck's sake. I've got to do something to sort this fucking car out. So we go to the R&D. I think the only change since the last video is that I did fit the internal combustion engine durability upgrade 3. So the internal combustion engine is now maxed out as far as durability goes, just like the gearbox. That's also maxed. The next durability upgrade that I will probably have to do will be the MGUH, but it's really not that bad, actually. I mean, if we take a look at everything, I'm currently using really shitty parts, so I've got I can do 47 laps, so I can do the 3 practice sessions, but after that this stuff pretty much has to be junked. If we go to the 5th engine parts, which are what I've been using, so I mean the internal combustion engine is already at 40. The MGUK is at 28. The MGUH is at 37. That's actually higher than I thought it would be. But I mean the energy store at 32, turbocharger at 32 as well. Control electronics is always really low, it's just 11. So okay, the MGUH is the second most worn part, but I mean it's not terrible, so I think I might get away with leaving that for a bit. Gearbox wear is at 39 after 2 races. That is actually better than I thought it would be. Not by much. I was expecting it to be at 40 after Austria. So yeah, 39. It is better than expected. It's still going to be a struggle to get 6 races out of this, and this is with the thing, you know, the wear rate at the best it can be. But yeah, I am pretty hard on the engine and on the gearbox, so yes, they're going to have a tough time of it. Anyway, let's go to practice one then, see what we need to do.
Welcome to Silverstone, home of Formula One racing in Great Britain, where shortly we're expecting the cars to appear for today's practice session.
Yeah. Right. So, optimal first and second sector times in qualifying, hold that without leaving the track. DRS, use that. Complete a lap with 2 different car setups. Alright, so I'll keep the default car setup for now. Let's just see what the weather is going to be like throughout the practice sessions.
At some point before qualifying, let's get our track acclimatization program complete. It'll help us identify any specific problem areas on the circuit.
Yeah, Silverstone for me, that's well, the whole fucking track. I'm shit at this circuit. Alright, so practice 1 is fine, practice 2 is fine, oh, and practice 3 starts off shit and gradually improves. Qualifying is fine, which means the race is going to have rain all the way fucking through it. Fucking great. I fucking hate wet races. Right, anyway, so let's do the track acclimatization then. I always like to do this as the first one.
Don't push the car just yet. Track is still green. Try and take it easy for the first couple of laps.
Now, don't expect me to be you know, doing a full track guide and whatever and saying the names of the corners as I get to them, because I haven't got a fuck's clue what any of the corners are. Well, I mean, I know, you know, the corners have names, and I know there's all, you know, Maggots, Beckett's, Club, Stowe, Luffield. Actually, I'm not even sure if the Luffield circuits are still in
The
there.
engine is quite high. Try not to strain it too much, or the problem could get worse.
It's still in the new Silverstone. The only one I know is not a corner. It's here. This is the Wellington Straight that I'm on, and that's the only bit I know. So this is the approach to the old start-finish. Well, I say start-finish straight because, of course, most of it was on a corner. But yeah, here we are. Couldn't have put it better myself. Now, I always go wide there. I just cannot get that line right. And there, so here we go through the S's section. Which I think you're supposed to take it near enough full throttle, and well, you saw how well that went. And there, sticking to the racing line like fucking glue, eh? Alright, well, let's put it in a standard mix 2. See how we do. Though I'm really down on power because my engine is in a really fucking shit condition. I'm amazed I got purple on any of those. Feathering the throttle like that, yeah, that's great. I can't believe I got purple there as well. Oh, I thought I fucked that big time. Not only did I manage to keep it in line, I actually got purple for it again. this is where I will really lose it. Except I kind of cheated a bit by cutting the corner. I'm sure I was going to get a red for that because I went so fucking slow. So I've got the pass target, but let's see if we can get the purple. Not like that. This will be red. I'm far too slow. Okay, I'll take it. I've got too many greens, and yet I still nailed the fucking circuit. Well, I can't believe I got that. But I'll take it. So that's track climatisation done. So, right, now to do the second car setup. So we'll reduce the wing, because at the moment the wing is too high. So we'll drop it down to 3.3. That's still a bit conservative. So now we'll do the race strategy, but I will use the hardest compound available because
we'll alter the setup of the car.
Because practice session 1 is the only time that I am able to do this. So,
checks complete. We're ready.
So there are cars out on track, 7 of them. So it's not completely clear. I'm going to be stuck behind some cunt. Being stuck behind some cunt reminds me, so we've had the Monaco Grand Prix obviously in here, and again I got a DNF. This time I did actually, well initially, intend to complete the race. But, I mean, trying to drive a lap of Monaco is, you know, about as much fun as, you know, having fucking barbed wire shoved down your jap's eye. And that's at the best of times. But for the race, it was heavy rain throughout the whole fucking thing. And I was really fucked off with it. So I qualified somewhere like, I think 9th. I was amazed I even got into qualifying 3, but qualified 9th, but then I thought, fuck it, I'll take a new engine. So I got all the new engine parts, and yet like a fucking idiot I forgot to take the new gearbox as well. So I started last. By the time we got out of the Sandevot corner, I'd taken advantage of some rather conservative AI in the wet. They're always very, you know, conservative in the wet weather. And I managed to pass, I think it was 12 cars. Yeah, I got up to 8th. And I couldn't get any higher than that. 7th and onwards they were fucking leaving me for dust. Meanwhile there was a fucking almighty train of cars behind me. I was holding everybody up, but of course it was Monaco, so they couldn't get past me if their fucking lives depended on it. So yeah, I mean, being in 8th place would be okay. I mean, I would have got a points finish. But I'm not exaggerating one bit. I was averaging I don't mean, and I mean it, you know, not the maximum number I had to use. This was the average number, averaging 3 flashbacks for every single attempt I made to try and get round Lowe's hairpin. If you've got a steering wheel, then getting round Lowe's hairpin is still a pain in the arse, but it's relatively easy. If you've got an Xbox controller, or worse still, if you're using keyboard, you can forget it. You need.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
You need immense luck and the sort of skill that Michael Schumacher was capable of, just to get round fucking Lowe's. And yeah, this was carrying on lap after lap after lap. And it got to the point where lap 14 I just had enough. And specifically the reason I'd had enough was because when I had a look, what I read was lap 14 out of 39. So I had another 25 laps of this to go, and I just thought, fuck this. So I just went in the pits, parked the car and retired. I fucking hate Monaco with a passion. And the thing is, the Monaco Grand Prix is not a popular one among people who watch the race. You know, who watch Formula 1, who watch Grand Prix. But the media constantly keep trying to hype it up. Oh, this is the race that everybody wants to win. This is the most prestigious race of the lot. Well, maybe it is. That doesn't make it an interesting race to watch. And never was that more clearly illustrated than in
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data.
Stay
focused.
than in the 2017 season itself. Not in the game here, I mean the real 2017 Monaco Grand Prix. Don't know how many of you watched it, but let's try a bit of a quiz. Not including passes within, you know, through pit stops or passing back markers. How many on-track overtakes for position do you think there were in the 2017 Monaco Grand Prix?
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
No, I can tell you, you're wrong. The answer, and this is absolutely true, you can check it on the stats and everything, the answer is 0. Not a single fucking one for the entire race. And you've got to ask yourself, you know, if that is the fucking state of the Monaco Grand Prix now, why do they still fucking run it? And again, the media and some fucking gullible fucking cunts will tell you that the reason is because of the historical significance of it. Well, if the historical significance of a racetrack is enough for it to be kept on the Formula 1 calendar when the race itself is a fucking procession where nobody passes anyone, then why is it that the FIA and the people who own Formula 1, why are they so obsessed with changing the aspects of so many tracks? Because it's dangerous. The historical aspect of the Mexican Grand Prix is the Peraltada, but that was deemed too dangerous, so they got rid of that. Well, where's the keeping the historical, you know, prestige of that circuit? The historical content of Hockenheim was the drive through the forest, but they got rid of that. They butchered the circuit to take out that part. Well, that was a historical part of the circuit. Why didn't they keep it? Oh, because it was too dangerous. why do they keep changing the layout of Silverstone here? You know, where's the historical significance of the original track layout? Oh, it was too dangerous, it was too fast. Okay, so when it comes to certain tracks, the historical aspect has absolutely no value whatsoever. But when it comes to keeping the most boring race of the year, which I mean, it has been without fail for decades now, oh no, they will not consider getting rid of that one. Why? Oh, it's at Monaco, a really poncy fucking expensive place, and they make a shitload of money there. Oh, that must be pure coincidence though. Surely they wouldn't do it just because they make, you know, a hell of a lot of money there. You know, the same organisation that has kept the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and made it the season finale when everyone hates that fucking circuit as well. But why, you know, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, why were they able to keep that one there when all, you know, so many other Herman Tilke boring shitfest circuits all got fucking dumped? So you see what I'm saying? The Monaco Grand Prix is hated by just about everybody who watches Formula 1 now. The race is a fucking coma-inducing bore fest. The 2017 Grand Prix did not feature a single on-track overtake. And yet it's kept because of its historical significance and the prestige and all that. And yet the same historical significance and prestige of any other racetrack you care to mention never gets a fucking look in. So that's 5 laps then done on the hardest compound on the medium tyre. God, fucking hell, lap 3 was shit. Can't remember
we haven't
what
done a race simulation on any tyre yet. We have multiple sessions available, so it isn't urgent right now, but we should make time for a tyre wear program at some point.
Can't remember what I did on lap 3 that meant it was a fuck up. So it's only the qualifying one to go, and I'll have completed the team objectives, but I don't want to do the qualifying run just yet. Not on a green track. So let's do the fuel saving, because this is usually quite easy.
All set. Everyone clear?
Let's see, I should have waited a little bit, because mind you, actually having other cars out on track during the fuel saving isn't such a problem. The only one I really have any difficulty with is the tyre wear program. I'm always fucking that one up. So I'm currently down in 8th, which is due to just how much power my engine is lacking, because the engine I'm using is absolutely fucked. That's, well, I don't use rich mix in the fuel saving mode for obvious reasons, but I do use it for the qualifying and the tyre management modes. So yeah, well, I need that to come back before I can do either of those two.
Lean fuel mix is unavailable.
Fucking hell. Right, so basically I've got standard and that's it. Lightning reflexes there. I mean, you can hear there's sort of like bits rattling around in the engine behind me as we're going around because the engine is so fucked up. Right, so fuel saving program has started. I've not got off to a great start, but that's significant
Mix is
improvement.
available again, but it's temperamental. We could lose it again.
But I've got to keep it above that time, and because I'm using a really fucking wanky engine that's completely bollocksed up, that could be easier said than done. So I'm saving plenty of fuel by the lifting and coasting or what have you, but my time is terrible.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Bollocks that one right up. I don't know who that is behind me. He's not going to be too thrilled about being stuck behind me doing a fuel saving run. Especially as I'm now 1.5 seconds off the...
Rich mix is available again, but there is a chance the issue will reoccur.
Yeah, I'm 1.5 seconds off the target time. And that fucker hit us. Or rather, I drove into him, I think. On a straight, let's try it again. Try not to hit the cunt this time. Ah, you fucker! I was only 1/10 out. Because I'm using this fucking wanky engine that just is so fucking down on power. Move! He's completely bollocking up this attempt. Too slow again. Poxy fucking buggered up engine. Yeah, now I'm trying to go for the time. My fuel saving is fucking right down the shitter. Right, I'm over a second ahead. Surely I can now coast a bit and not suffer too much. No, I've overdone it by the looks of it because my time is just getting worse and worse. care about that. Can't use it in the fuel test. I wish I fucking could. Well, I've saved the fuel, but not as much as it needs to be. Okay. That's not really the best way of doing it, but it got me at the purple, so I got the perfect result. Alright, well there you go, that was novel. Alright, so that leaves us then with tyre management and qualifying pace. Tyre management is the one that I am worst at. I'll tell you what we'll do.
So far is a 1 minute 39.3.
We'll do another, hang on, no, will I do another race strategy? How many laps have I done? 9. Fuck it. So I only have one more timed lap. Any more won't count. Fuck it, okay, let's try the let's try that. Tyre management then.
When you're ready, let's go.
And just hope that the rich fuel mix, the mix 3, is available. Yes, it is. But I don't want to be using it on the outlap. I may have to though. In fact, normally I'd be using mix 1 on the outlap, but that keeps failing, so we'll leave it for now. Now, tyre management is even more difficult than the fuel management. In fact, I was making a real meal of that fuel management. Usually I do it on the first fucking lap.
Lean mix is available again, but it's temperamental. We could lose it again.
No, we will lose it again. Hopefully I can get this done on the first lap. It's a faint chance, to be honest, but well, especially if I keep doing that. So up to mix 3 then, here we go. Well, it's me trying to save tyres. I'm surprised that was considered okay. Cannot get the tyre wear even out of the fucking red yet. So now it's finally into the green and then back in the red again, because I just can't get around that corner without full lock.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Again back into the green, but only just. So that's better. But now my time is down. getting worse and worse and worse. Because I fucked up that last corner. Actually, I'm going to try a flashback. I don't want to be doing a I don't really want to do a fucking third attempt.
Okay, then that's the end of the program and plenty of useful data.
Scraped it.
So we can go over it.
Right, so that's the tyre wear done. Because the thing is, throughout, well, the rest of the race weekend, I don't steer like that. I just go full lock all the way. I don't give a fuck about saving tyres. So we have 8 minutes left. Well, there's plenty of time for me to do qualifying pace, but yeah, I've already done 10 laps.
Okay, one of the programs we should probably do before qualifying is the qualifying program. Let's prepare ourselves as best we can. We don't want to find ourselves starting at the back.
Anyway, yeah, so I've already done 10 laps. So you get 1 resource point per lap, but it's capped at 10. So if I do any more, I'm not going to get any resource points for that, which yeah, I don't want to be dealing with. So I will do qualifying pace in the second practice session. So well, there you go. So that is a first look, well, for my channel anyway, first look at Silverstone. So I'm not a fan of it. It was certainly a lot better before this fucking bullshit, you know, butchery of Herman Tilke's, which brought in like the Wellington Straight and all that. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of it even before then. So
Our best lap so far is a 1:39.3.
so yeah, not a favourite circuit of mine, but well, if I was only going to do videos of circuits that are favourites of mine, then I would never have fucking uploaded that Abu Dhabi race video. So anyway, that is that one done. Who knows what the next one will be. Aha! No, I haven't gone yet. All you fucking lucky cunts, you get to see the complete well, first 2 practice sessions anyway. So you can see the practice programs finished, and yeah, just done completely. Now I have 570 resource points as a result of that last yeah, that last practice session, or the first one. I forgot to mention actually that I have done the first of the chassis factory efficiency upgrades. That cost 750. To do the second it costs 1,000, so I'm just over halfway there. To do the third is another 1,250, so it's 2,250, but then it will mean that all of these upgrades will only cost 700, well, the minor ones, and then I can race through those pretty quickly. That's the plan. So it's also the plan with aerodynamics. Again, I've got the first one done, that cost 1,000, so the second one is 1,250, the third one is 1,500. So once I've got those done, again, these will then only cost 700, they're currently 900. So, I mean, alright, that's going to take up a lot of resource points, and it could well be that I have finished upgrading my car as far as this second season goes. I mean, I could, you know, put a bit more into durability. I could even do the MGUH2 now, but I don't think it really needs it now. So yeah, I've really got to sort of hold on to my resource points and build them up a bit. I can't just, you know, spend them all on durability. As it is, I think I have finally reached a point where the durability is somewhat okay. If I was in any other team, the durability wouldn't be such a problem, but of course I'm in the McLaren Honda, as well as the engine being slow, it is fucking fragile beyond belief, so it just cannot take any sort of punishment at all. So I'll stick with the engine parts I've got fitted. That's on 89, that's on 77, that's on 81, 77 again, 77 again, and 59. So I've got 35 laps of lifespan left in this engine. That should be enough. Let's go to practice 2 then, see what we can do here. I've only got the qualifying 1 left to do, so let's do it. So to get the green, I've got to get the time that they have predicted that will put me 19th on the grid. To get the purple, it depends on which team you're driving for. With McLaren, because they expect their car to be so shit, I will get purple just by getting their predicted time that would put me, it's either 17th or 15th on the grid.
Rich mix is unavailable.
So,
Rich mix unavailable.
Fucking hell. So I've got a knackered engine and I don't have mix 3 available at the moment. So I may not blitz this. I mean, you can hear the bits of the engine rattling around. But I've got to wait for a rich mix to become available again. I'm trying to select it. No, it's not there. So I may have to try and do this in mix 2.
Lean fuel mix is unavailable.
I don't care about lean being unavailable. It's the fucking mix 3 I want, not 1. Oh fucking, what was that? That's not how you get through for fucking S's.
The wear on the engine is quite high. Try not to strain it too much or the problem could get worse.
Yeah, you're wasting your time telling me to not put any additional strain, or, you know, not put any strain on the engine. I only know how to race one way. I'm going as fast as I can. A bit like someone else whose video I saw not too long ago. Trouble is, they're just shit. No prizes for guessing.
Mix is available again, but it's temperamental. We could lose it again.
I don't want lean. I want the rich mix. I want mix 3. Anyway, no prizes for guessing whose video I'm referring to. Fucking John Cunt. Sorry, John Gage. Well, alright, I was probably right first time. In all but one of his attempts at racing, he never got past the first fucking corner. It was just like I was watching Michael Andretti again.
Rich mix is available again, but there is a chance the issue will reoccur.
Fuck it, well, I'm going to select it now while I can. And he was in a Mercedes, so he should have, you know, been blitzing the field. Well, he was, but he was blitzing them by fucking ramming into everyone before writing off his car on the first corner. So I got past sector 2, but not sector 1. See, what I'm going to do now is something a bit stupid, but I'm going to deliberately make sure my time is too slow. So that then I get another stab and I can then try setting a good time for sector 1 with mix 3 available throughout. Here we
Let's
go.
try to find a bit more.
See if this works. So the one time that Gage was able to actually do a lap, and it was only one, he wrote the car off on lap 2. He had to put the, well, he was in a Mercedes again. He started on the front row of the grid. He had to have the AI set to 0. Yes, 0. And, well, he still smashed the front of his car to fuck knows what. And he also smashed at least half the grid. Smashed their cars to fuck knows what. He picked up at least 3 penalties for doing so. But he did actually manage to get around, you know, do 1 lap. But then, yeah, lap 2 came along and he wrote the car off then. What? So here's a word of advice. If you watch John Gage's video and decide that you'll use his video as a guide to how to get around a circuit, here's a quick tip. When you come up to a hairpin bend, it's probably advisable to not try taking it at full throttle and in 6th gear.
Okay, then that's the end of the
Right,
program.
so
Plenty of useful data.
purple target was
Return to base when you
15th.
can, so we can go over it.
And that's exactly what I got, 15th. So that then is all of my practice programs sorted out.
1 minute 38.4.
So, right, well I'm currently 3rd. I'm way down the fucking pecking order. I've done 2 laps, so let's get some more points by, you know, some more resource points. While doing another race strategy, yeah, let's do the, we'll use the medium of the 3.
Standing by.
Already done those 5 laps with the hardest compound. So now we'll do one with the softer compound, see how they compare. I mean, they are going to be, well, far from reliable because my engine is fucked, as I say, and I'm going a lot slower than I could. And then it turns out it's going to be a fucking wet race anyway, so...
Lean fuel mix is unavailable.
So, right, well, as I've mentioned, John Cunt,
Fernando is P7 at the moment.
I have heard from a couple of people who don't know why I have such contempt for him. So, well, if you don't know the story, and he can also use this as a bit of a warning. I hate people who bullshit, and John Gage spent over a year bullshitting me. He kept on saying that he liked the fact that I was brutally honest, which was absolute bullshit. The truth is that he only liked it if it was aimed at anyone other than him. He is not the first person who has made the mistake of assuming that he would be somehow immune from my brutal honesty. Rusty Dog did it, and I'm sure others have done it. Of course, the really fucking out of order thing is the fact that when Rusty Dog made that mistake,
Lean mix is available again, but it's temperamental. We could lose it again.
and I made sure that people knew about it, John Gage thought it was fucking hilarious. Whereas in fact, John Gage was no fucking different. He always liked the brutal honesty, but he first of all assumed, which is not a good idea, that he would be immune from it.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
And that yeah, and well, he found it hilarious whenever anybody else got a dose of it. And then one day I was doing a one of my retro reviews of a Commodore 64 game called Spy vs Spy. Now I hadn't played that game for fucking years, probably getting on for 20 years, maybe even more than that. So I thought I would look at some videos on YouTube to sort of like refresh my memory as to how to play it. And one of the videos I looked at was one of John Gage's. And of course in it, far from the first time, he basically said that he didn't have a fucking clue what he was doing, which was annoying. And then it really fucked me off when he said that he couldn't be bothered to find out what to do. And yet this is a video which he had titled a review of a game, and in fact he'd even given it a rating at the end. Well, how the fuck are you supposed to rate and review a game that you
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
A, don't know how to play,
You've nailed what we asked for.
and
Keep it up.
B, have no intention of finding out how to play it? You say quite openly in that video you can't be bothered to find out how to play it. And I just got really fucked off by that. So when I did my review of Spy vs Spy, I made it known. And I am not the sort of person who will, you know, not name names. I said quite specifically it was John Gage's video that was a pile of shit, and why. And he didn't like it. And suddenly, you know, the fucking bullshitting cunt who had spent a year saying how great, you know, and how much he liked my brutal honesty, suddenly he didn't like it because he was the recipient of it. And like I say, Rusty Dog had done the same thing, and Gage had seen that and thought it was hilarious. So, you know, if you are one of these people who says that you like my brutal honesty, but in fact the truth is you are so thin-skinned you couldn't hack it if I, you know, turned said brutal honesty onto you, then my suggestion is that you shut the fuck up, because no one, and I mean no one,
Rich mix is unavailable. Rich mix unavailable.
is immune from my brutal honesty. There are plenty of people out there who have been on the receiving end and did what any normal person, as far as I'm concerned, would do. Laugh it off and just look at it as a totally disposable, totally meaningless fucking thing. Ripperjack was one when I was going on about he was finding some glitch in Elite Dangerous,
Clean fuel mix is unavailable.
and I couldn't see what the glitch was. I realised to this day I still can't see it. And I just thought he was going on and on and on about it, and I was taking the piss out of him for it, and yeah, he just couldn't give a fucking monkey's toss. Still in Elite Dangerous, Commander Mono was another one. And we were trying out wings, and we were in a conflict zone, and he was just flying around watching us. He didn't actually get involved in the combat, and I was having a bit of a moan about that, and yeah, he couldn't give a fucking shit, and there is no reason why he should, or indeed there's no reason why anybody should when I'm moaning about something about them, or if I'm taking the piss out of them. So yeah, there are people who have said, you know, that they like my brutal honesty and have actually meant it. But yeah, if you are one of those who is saying you like it, yeah, you better mean it, because you're not going to be immune. You give me a reason to take the piss out of you, or you give me a reason to have a fucking moan about some fucking shit or other, and, you know, for me to start doing a rant, I will do it. And if you can't hack it, tough fucking shit. So that's why I fucking detest gays. I mean, I had spent 18 months, maybe even more than that, biting my tongue and not saying, you know, this fucking cunt is as thick as pig shit and all that. But yeah, obviously now I have absolutely no reason to bite my tongue at all. Now, if you're going to sit there and review a game and essentially pass judgment over a game or whatever, the person watching your video is not asking too much when they ask that you actually know what the fuck you're doing in it, and how to play it, and how to show the features of it. I can't remember the last time I saw a John Gage video where any of those things applied. So that's 5 laps then done. None of them were particularly great, but yeah, all faster than, actually no, lap 4 was a lot slower. So on the median compound, lap 4 I did, well, slightly better than...
Our fastest lap is a 1:38.4.
Right, so yeah, just slightly faster than 1:39.5, whereas with the median compound, that lap 4 was something around 1:40.6. That's awful. Over a second slower. But my best time was a lot better than my best time on the medians. I'm still way down the field here, so 2.8 seconds off the fastest, which is Raikkonen. So anyway, I've done 7 laps, so I can do 3 more. So let's now do, well, 3 more laps on the race strategy then. This time we'll take the super softs. No, I won't start a brand new set because this is only practice 2, isn't it? I'll only do 3 timed laps here because any more than that will be wasted. That will get me up to 10 points, 10 resource points for the number of laps done. So it won't be the full 5 laps here, it will just be 3 of them, but that will be enough for it to register, so we'll get some sort of comparison. And I won't do a video of practice 3 because I've done all the practice programs, and that was the whole point of this video, was to show not just the Silverstone circuit, but also to show the practice programs that you can do.
Rich mix is available again, but there is a chance the issue will reoccur.
I don't really want to use it now. But yeah, it's just also to show the practice programs that are available to you, which you can do, prior to qualifying. And you do get a decent amount of resource points for completing them, so they are definitely worth doing. I know the temptation is there to just say, bollocks to it, I'll skip practice, because, freely admit, I did it often enough in the earlier versions of the F1 Codemasters games that I had. But in this one, it's really not in your best interest to do that.
Is unavailable.
Yeah, so far I've never used lean fuel mix, mix 1 at any point during the race. Actually, I tell a lie, yes, I use it when I'm getting off the start line, but that's the only time. So by the time I've covered roughly, 50 yards, maybe 100 yards, I'm out of mix 1 and I never use it again in the race. The only time I really use it during practice and qualifying is on out laps. So I've got someone coming along behind us. Hey, look at the fucking smoke I'm leaving behind. Would have if I was looking straight ahead. But yeah, I'm leaving this bloody great trail of smoke behind me because my engine is so fucked. So this lap is not going to count in the practice because it's going to be too slow, or at least I'm pretty sure it's going to be too slow. I've got to make up a second. Well, that's fucking unreal. I've practically made it up. There you go, I'm now in the green. not just slightly. 9/10 in the green. And now I'm a second. So despite that unbelievably shit start,
Lean mix is available again, but it's temperamental. We could lose it again.
right, so here we go, final
Okay,
time
super
lap.
job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
That was a bit of a shitty lap that I've done here. Mind you, it got off to a better start than the previous one. So Vettel is now pitted in. There we go, so that's 3 laps done. That's all I needed to do. So there's no point doing the 4th because it won't count towards my resource points. I've done the 10 that it's capped at. So, fuck me, yeah, those times are not good. I mean, lap 3, although lap 3 was an exceptionally shit time on the median compound, they're probably...
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 38.4.
probably the best sort of comparison, because, I mean, okay, it was a shit time with the median compound. It's a shit time with the soft compound, but it was my best time with the super softs. Actually, no, it wasn't. That one was. So, yeah, well, it's not like I'm going to be able to do much with any of the data I get from this go, because, I mean, P3 is going to be raining for at least 20 minutes. Qualifying will be fine, and then a fucking race. Light rain throughout the whole thing, so it's going to have to be intermediates throughout from start to finish. Which is fucking annoying. Well, there you go. So anyway, that is the practice programs all completed. So that is this video done. I might, emphasise might, do a video of the race itself. If I do, I will have to edit it, because so I'm doing 50% race distance now, and yeah, I'm
Okay, here's something to remember about this circuit. Keeping the car stable through Maggots and Becketts is important. Remember that this entire section is building up to the left-hander of Chapel, and then a run down the Hanger straight. It's here where the time is won and lost, so getting the exit to Becketts correct is vital. Dab the brakes before the left kink to settle the car, and make sure to take plenty of curb. Then it's all about controlling the trail braking into the apex.
fucking fascinating. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, if I do a video of the race then yeah, it'll have to be edited because I'm doing 50% race distance, and there's going to be a lot of time spent with me probably not doing a great deal, because the faster cars will be ahead of me and leaving me behind, and the slower cars I'll be leaving them behind. I won't be using this engine, that's for sure. The engine that I'll be using will be a lot better, so hopefully I'll get a result from it. I mean, I've done pretty good so far, so I don't see why I wouldn't. So yeah, I'll speed it up now. I'm not going back out again, so there's no point hanging around. I'm currently in 8th. Looks like 8th might be where I stay. There's Fernando. He's in 11th, but he's now dropping, so he's now 12th, 13th.
An interesting practice session there then.
I'm
Let's
in
remind
9th.
ourselves of the top 3, who are Raikkonen, Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. That
And
concludes an
again,
interesting
the
practice
Force
session.
Indias.
Let's hope for more excitement as the weekend unfolds.
I don't know what Force India have done to their car, but their single lap pace is unreal. I mean, you look here, he's what, 14 thousandths of a second slower than Ricciardo. He's only 36 thousandths of a second slower than Verstappen. So over a single lap, the Force India is every bit as good as the Red Bull, and in some races they've been every bit as good as Ferrari. The trouble is, it is only one lap, they can't sustain it, so they must be very hard on their tyres. So if they are able to get their tyre wear sorted out, Force India could be, I mean, they could be challenging for not just podiums but for race wins. Red Bull this season have been having an absolute fucking nightmare. They've been getting nowhere. They've had at least 2 races where neither Ricciardo or Verstappen scored points. Of the races where they have scored points, there have been occasions where it was only one of them, and there have been occasions when they've only been taking like very minor points, you know, finishing in 8th or 9th or something. So yeah, they are not having a good season at all. I'm way ahead of them. So I'm up to 660 resource points. There is only practice 3 then to go. This is the wet one. Right. Okay, well my engine is now critical 93, but it's saying 21 laps expected. So I mean, this engine is absolutely fucked, but I can get, well, certainly one more practice session out of it. Fuck it, okay, well let's go to session 3. Yes, let's just check the gearbox. 43, so it went up by 4% since the end of the Austrian Grand Prix. That's not bad, 2% per session. It's going to go up a hell of a lot more than that though when it comes to the race. Right, let's go to practice 3, because all I have to do is 2 5-lap runs on the race strategy, and I can use this to see how good the wets are in comparison with the 3
Take it easy to start with.
dry tyres. So these are going to be slow laps. It's slow at the best of times on the full wets because they are pretty useless actually. The grip is abysmal, and of course I'm on my shitty engine which has hardly any life left in it, so I'll keep it in standard for the whole time. So internal combustion engine is at 92. See how it does.
Rich mix is unavailable. Rich mix unavailable.
Looks like I'm the only cunt out on track. Not surprising. Why the fuck would anyone bother coming out here on this? Look at it, I'm fucking barely moving. So this is why I don't like wet races. Acceleration rate is ridiculously slow. Braking distances are a lot fucking greater, so that slows you down as well. And then because there's next to no grip, you're just sliding about all over the place. You can't get any speed up. I just hate it. That's why I get so fucking pissed off with the ridiculous number of rain affected sessions there are. Well, everywhere except Bahrain so far this season.
KP wear on this engine is quite high. Don't put too much strain on it.
Yeah. It's not so much an F1 car I need out here, it's more like a fucking power pole.
Lean mix is available again, but it's temperamental. We could lose it again.
Whoops. Once again, the problems of trying to smoke a fag while out on track. I don't think this lap's going to count for much. I'm already 5.5 seconds off the pace. Okay, now, could it go any slower around there? John Gage would be trying to take that in fucking 7th gear.
Mix is available again, but there is a chance the issue will reoccur.
Okay, let's try and see how well we do with Ridge Mix. So ICE is already up to 93. I think it was just at 92 at the start, so it's already gone up by 1%. Since the 1.9 update of the game came along, using Mix 3, especially Mix 4, puts a hell of a lot of fucking strain on the internal combustion engine. The wear rate just fucking skyrockets. So I never even got close to making up that time I lost. I'm still, what, 4.5 seconds off the required pace there.
Okay, you weren't quite good enough that lap. Try again.
I was a second up at one point, but it's now
The
getting...
heavy rain will pass in about 5 minutes. We'll then be working with light rain conditions.
Oh great, so that means for at least 2 of the laps I'm out here, I'll be on the wrong fucking tyres. Looks like it's only going to be 3 laps I do. You can't do pit stop style stops during the practice. You can't sort of pull in, get them to change to intermediates and then go again. They've got to, take you in there, put the fucking tyre heat covers on and all the other fucking. They don't fucking rush at all.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
So Danny Kvyat's got faster than me. I've got to fucking stub me fag out. Right.
mix is unavailable.
Well, that's better. 7 seconds
Okay,
faster
super
than my
job so
previous
far. We're getting
lap.
great data. Stay focused.
Well, I'm faster than Magnussen and Fiat at the moment. That's fucking fantastic. So far this lap seems better than the last one. This is where it starts to get a bit more tricky. Trying to get around this S's section on wet tyres. I didn't do too badly. Faster than Raikkonen. Fuck it. Let's ruin this lap.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Yeah, way too slow during the third sector. Let's see how we do now. This rain has not eased off any. I really hope I don't catch up with any of those cars that were going along the straight from here.
Lean mix is available again, but it's temperamental. We could lose it again.
This means I could have an actual set of results for every tyre compound. Once I've got in from here, hopefully it won't be too long before we can use the intermediates, and then I'll get 5 laps with them done.
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
You're fucking joking. Oh, yeah, hang on. It's because I've been running the rich mix for so fucking much. Got a fucking flashback. Yeah, I forgot about that. My fucking fuel is now unbelievably low. Well, I think I can get one more lap done. So, oh, actually, that'll be alright if I can get one more lap. That'll be the 5 laps done. It's going to be close though.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
According to that, I have enough fuel for 0.8 laps. I've got to do a bit of lifting and coasting. less than half a lap. Let's coast through some of this. Less than a quarter of a lap of fuel.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
Right, in the lean. Let's see how desperate I'm getting. Right, so fuel is at 0. And yeah, this is me going full throttle.
Rich mix is unavailable. Rich mix unavailable.
Well, I made it over the line, so I've done 5 laps. Okay. I don't think that 5th lap is going to be particularly impressive. You know, it wasn't even the worst lap I've done. But yeah, 2 of those laps were actually slower than they had predicted, and that's the first time I've had that.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:53.8.
Right, and we can use the intermediates now, so here we go then. The final 5 laps
Engine fired. We're set.
of the British Grand Prix practice sessions. Right, well, I'll keep it in standard now. Internal combustion engine at 95%, so I should be okay, but the engine wear is pretty bad. Fucking hell, that was close. I want Bearline to hurry up and piss off either that, or if I can pass him. Maybe I can pass him. Yeah, he is so slow around that corner, he's even slower than me. Right. That's all I think. Can we get inside in there? Okay, look at it, even the Salver's leaving me behind now. Only on the straights, on the corners, he's fucking nowhere. Holding me up. So I'm currently slower than Fernando Alonso. I thought I might have just been able to squeeze ahead, but no. What the fucking hell was he doing? I think I've lost a little bit of my front wing. So again, he's fucking holding me up. Right, can't get past him now. There we go. Forced him out of the way.
You're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
Just feels so slow going around that part.
asked for. Keep it up.
Couldn't have taken that much fucking wider. And that much fucking slower.
Mix is available again, but there is a chance the issue will reoccur.
I see we're now at the 96. I don't know if it's just me, but I seem to be taking ages to do these laps. They just seem so slow.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused. Is unavailable.
He's still at 96.
Fernando is P7 at the moment. Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
2 laps to go. So I'm ahead of Alonso now. 4th. Sandwiched between the 2 Red Bulls. MGUH is fast catching up with the ICE on the wear rates, but then the ICE has had the wear rate reduced 100%, or rather the ICE has, the MGUH has only had it reduced to 40, so there is quite a difference.
Could lose it again. Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Right, final lap. I don't know if it's just me, this lap feels a lot better. I have a feeling this has been the best lap I have done.
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
Why? What's my fuel like? I've got enough. ICE is up to 97, MGUH just went up to 94. There we go, right.
That last lap gives you P3. We're in P3 now.
Oh, that's alright. I'll take that. Now, one thing I haven't done throughout any of the practice sessions yet is actually drive into the pit lane. And I can't remember exactly where it is, so we'll drive into it now. What we shall do is not change out the mix one because it won't let me.
Rich mix unavailable.
Fucking thing. So I'm not doing a full lap, otherwise, well, I've already done the 10 anyway, so even if it was a full lap it wouldn't count for anything.
Lean fuel mix is unavailable.
It's been unavailable for a fucking while now. I think it's around here, yeah. Nice smooth transition there.
It looks like we'll be running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
Yeah, well I've done my 10 laps already, so it don't fucking matter. You see what I mean about how long it takes them to get the car ready once you pull into the pits? And this is how long it takes every single time. So even if you are in qualifying 3 and you want to get back out there quickly, no, you got to wait for this. So there's only 34 seconds left of practice 3, so even though it is going to be dry fairly soon, it's utterly pointless because the session's over in seconds. But currently third, I'll take that. Alonso 7th. I wish he'd get that in a race.
1 minute 51.6.
But, you know, just like last season, he hasn't scored anything. But last season, he only scored points in one race. And even then, he finished 9th.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top 3 again are Vettel, Hamilton and a McLaren. Practice times are on the board then, but no points are on offer just yet. We'll be back with more F1 action soon.
Well, there you go. So that is qualifying then. I've just decided that I really cannot be bothered to record the race because it goes on for an age. So I'll be back with some video or other at some point. I mean, I'll definitely do at least, you know, one race fairly soon, but I don't know which one. Mind you, it's Belgium next, isn't it? That would be a good one to do. So yeah, I might be back with that one then, the Belgian race. Either way, that's this one done then, so yeah, back whenever.